So I'm inspired by Todd's Tropicals here to start this series on documenting these Boswellia plants that I've gotten. So let's check this out. So this is my current collection, if you can call it that. I have the Samhaensis plant, Boswellia samhaensis. This one is from the island of Socotra, and it's endemic to that island. And I've had this for, I would say, almost a month now. Not quite, or at least it's been it's actually been about 4 weeks in soil now, or about 3 to 4 weeks. And so it's woken up, and all this is new leaves in that time. In the back here, this is Boswellia Elongata, and those 3 leaves are new. And I think the one leaf is actually an original leaf that came with the plant, believe it or not. I just figured it was a dried out leaf that of course wasn't going to make it. It was just sort of there for a reminder of what it had been before it dried out. But no, it actually rehydrated and came back. So this is the current size. And then we had the Boswellia Socotrana. This one was included. It was a freebie with my order. And I repotted it at the same time and did everything the same way. However, it hasn't woken up, so I'm not totally sure what I'm expecting. It did have some roots, so I don't feel like it's necessarily because of that. But anyway, not so much luck here, so I don't know if I'm gonna have any success. But I'm not too actually concerned, because to be honest, I only really care about these two. However, this is a really valuable plant as well, and of course I would love to have it. So it's just kind of a little bit of a journey with this one, so I guess you'll be able to find out later if this one makes it. The other thing with this one, I just figured as well, is since I'm already growing these two, it's not that much more labor-wise to kind of keep this one around with them. I mean, sure, I have to kind of transport them outside and stuff, but I was wondering if there was someone in the other yard there. Alright, so yeah, that's essentially the whole recap right now. These are the current size. I even have the little thermometer out here too for just a little update. I kind of wonder how accurate that is in terms of when it's outdoors. I've had it on some stone before that got really hot, and it got up to over 100 degrees, and I had to take this patio stone away because I was realizing just how much that was cooking the plants. It's been over 30 degrees Celsius and what would be close to 9 degrees Fahrenheit the past week. But yeah, I'm hoping to get them to be a lot larger, and his plant, the Samhaensis, is much larger than mine. Well, his Elongata is even much larger than mine, Todd's Tropicals. However, this one I have potential to catch up, and I know he doesn't really care to have particularly large plants, so maybe that's my opportunity. So anyhow, I also have 2 more on the way, and we'll see how that goes. One more thing I'll add in here, one last plant. So what actually started everything for me was I was interested in this plant from Socotra, the Dragon's Dracaena cinnabari, the dragon's blood tree. So I'm in Canada right now. We wouldn't generally obviously have this outdoors, but this past week, like I said, it's been, you know, the overnight temperature has been 70 degrees. So during the day, it's been close to what you'd get in like a Florida situation. It won't last for too long, but it's an unusually warm start. So yeah, I just have them sitting out here. I watered this one a few days ago after not watering it for probably a month. And this is my largest Dracaena. I got this last August. So this is actually the growth from only having it from that period of time. I have another one as well, and it's maybe just, I'd say half the size, but a little bit larger than half the size of this. And it also came with it, but I wasn't growing it as diligently, and because some of the roots were exposed instead of being fully covered with soil, I think it sort of dried out or just stunted the growth a little bit. So I've since fixed that, and I could show that other one as well, but this is what sort of started everything. And then I kind of found out, well, I didn't find out, but I also got intrigued by the Boswellia. especially because it was also from Socotra. So I was thinking, okay, this could be an interesting addition. I was definitely a little bit concerned in terms of my ability in some regards to actually get it to grow the Boswellia. I mean, this one wasn't inexpensive. You could say it was, you know, under, I'd say $50 shipped. And I only got the one. But when I got the Boswellias, they were considerably more, and they're much smaller plants. So I've been babying them even more than the Dracaena. I find the Dracaena is actually pretty hardy. I've looked at different videos online of a guy growing it, and essentially it feels like they can take even like a beating if necessary, you know. I saw a video where he was going through his garden, and he was mentioning a couple plants that actually got damaged by someone trampling them, and then they came back and then just grew new heads. So I feel like this plant, now that it's established, it's actually pretty good. Obviously in Canada I can't keep it anywhere outside year round, but it'll be fun growing out these plants. The Boswellia, again, is kind of what I'm most interested in about, just because they're a little bit different than the Dracaenas. But the Dracaenas are pretty unique in their own way, and I like how the Dracaenas are a little bit less hassle-free. But anyway, this is supposed to be Boswellia, not the Dracaena, but that was the point, is I started with these, and now we're going to track the journey of the Samhaensis and the Elongata, and I have 2 more that are coming. They should probably get here in the next 3 weeks. I've already ordered them, a couple weeks ago, but they still have to get their certificate and then get mailed, and then that takes time, even though I got express shipping, which I'm not even sure if it's much more than like a day or 2 quicker, if that. So anyway, considering how much the plants are worth, not just in terms of their upfront cost, but just in terms of like, the cost to replace them, or even the time factor if I had to, waste time ordering another one and all that. And then, so yeah, I just rather not stress out. So, I pay a little bit more extra for the speedy shipping on those ones. I actually ordered a bunch of the Dracaenas again, but those were ordinary shipping because I figured, oh, these guys are hardy, they'll make it, and they're not as expensive per unit. Okay, that's all. I'll check another time. And again, shout out to Todd's Tropicals, just for, the inspiration to kind of make a little series here, or at least start the journey, because I figured, hey, might as well get them all when they're a small size, and then we can see them over time, ideally, right? All right, bye.